Hey everyone, for today's video I'll be going over Iya and doing a showcase in a sense, but more so going over her kit and my thoughts. I don't have Iya, but I was able to test her from a friend dropping her. For an overview though, she is a light human and her slots are 6-star magic, 5-star physical, and 4-star defense and support. Not the greatest slots as a supporter, but it works for her, especially since she can act as a DPS. Her support slot on 7LB is pretty strong, but as a sustain unit, she's good enough without the support slot. The defense slot works, so I wouldn't use any expert LBs to get that extra slot. But if you do get dupes of Iya, I'd probably use it on her, especially since she can use the Light Summoner's Road equip on herself. You could of course always try to pull off a nuke of sorts with 2 of her, but I think that her LB6 and even 7 from dupes is more useful. But don't use any expert LBs to get her equip slots, as they're quite rare. Her skill gives 30 arts with a 12-second CT. Not terrible, fairly long for a low amount of arts compared to other 6 stars, but it's fine. Her arts lowers the enemy's light resist by 50% for 15 seconds. It's a fairly solid debuff that lasts for a good amount of time. Her true art increases the team's crit by 100% for 25 seconds, and gives 5 type F arts a second, as well for allies above 50% HP, so a total of 125 arts. This is an insanely strong true art. It gives crit to the team as well as a rare archgen type that barely any units have, meaning she can stack with nearly everyone. Her giving 125 arts means she can sustain a team's archgen herself, which is a very strong ability to have. Great true art overall. Her super art increases her damage to how high her health is, up to 300% damage with a 150,000 damage multiplier. Definitely an insane super art. It does a ton of damage, especially at max health with a crazy multiplier. It can definitely put up some high numbers. Her passives include getting 50 arts after using any art, true art, or super art if above 90% HP, 20% damage against dark enemies, and 30% accuracy. The 50 arts refund is insanely strong since it'll allow her to cycle throughout her entire kit fairly fast, and the accuracy is strong on harder high evasion bosses. For her true weapon, it's a 5-star magic and increases her magic damage by 70% if she's over 80% HP, or heals 20% HP if she's under 80% HP with a 45-second CT. Not the worst damage buff, but it is fairly bad if you're not at high health. The passives include 20% damage and stats for Iya and 5% attack, not terrible. While it is certainly good on Iya, I think you could get away with not buying it. It's certainly not terrible, but there are other good options to run that wouldn't hurt. As for some good equips, some could include True Exceeds X for arts and arts damage. Revera's Stunner is also pretty strong since it provides the same amount of active damage as her true weapon, with a shorter CT and a nice burst of arts at the start. The Light Summoner's Road equips are nice as well, as is Emmy's Smooth Streamline since Iya is human and will benefit from the 60% total magic resist down. True Mirage Kimono could also work okay as a damage buff, and gives a nice amount of arts with the BE. As for crests, she would benefit a ton from attack up since she doesn't have any in her kit. Arts gauge up would also be nice to make her start out faster. Crit damage would be good for her as well, or even equip CT if you want her to function better in longer sustained fights, especially for her defense slot. In all, she's an insanely good general unit. She gives 125 arts to the team as well as crit, but she can also function as a DPS as well, which makes her pretty good for sustain, especially if she's paired with Star God Lisa to get a total of 450% damage added to her 300% damage on super art. Those two are going to be able to wipe most content while having support for the team. I do think she'll last for a while, especially since her arts is type F, and she does so much for the team. That's everything for the video though. Let me know your thoughts on Iya or if you happen to pull her. If you did enjoy the video, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and I'll see you later.